Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lethal Venom podcast. This is a show where I talk about anything I want with the honest to God truth. If you are a first-time listener, welcome. Hope you enjoy the chaos that is about to happen. If you are a returning listener, thank you for coming back for more chaos. For today's episode, I thought that we could do a little something fun. So today I'm going to be talking about my graduating class. Now, I was the graduating class of 2020. We had about, 90 or 100 students in our class. And let's just say that there's a lot I have to say about them. But there's also a little fun little activity that I'm going to do. And I'll explain how it will work here in a second. But for today's format, usually I talk about what I talk about for the main part of the episode, and then at the very end I do the surveys and then bring those in as well. But for today, I thought since that it's going to be a very long episode that we would do, I think, the surveys first, because there is nothing that can top my class from the stories that were submitted. And I didn't get many, but I did get one or two in. And as always, if you want to participate in the surveys, you're more than welcome to follow me on my social medias, and I'll put all my social medias at the end so you'll know where to go to be able to participate in them. But I did get two replies, and for the first one, so I just said for the thing, I don't know about you, but I hated my classmates. Now I want to hear about your classmates. So the forum that I had provided for you was a chance for your story to be shared on the podcast. And of course, if anything personal like names or schools or anything like that got mentioned, I would obviously bleep them out. So 2 people submitted a response. And the questions I asked were, what year did you graduate from high school? I'm not going to say the graduating year, but I will say all the rest of the questions. So this person did like their class. They rated their class overall an 8 out of 10. And their story happens in 8th grade. So this person said, there was a girl that was calling me a loser, would put her hand to her head in the shape of an L. One day I called her out. She then starts yelling that everyone is against her. I step away from her and people don't know why she is having a breakdown in class. I never had something like that happen in my class, but we had some crazy people. Alright, so the next person's kind of the total opposite. They did not like their classmates. They rated their class a 1 out of 10. And their story happens in 11th grade. But there is a little bit of a back story to this story. They had sent me a link. This person sent me a link to a news article. And I thought, this is going to be great because there's a news article involved. So it's going to be a good story. The link that they had shared to me, the site was a subscription based only. So I had to pay money to read the full story. But from what I got, just from the little brief, was that it was a high school in South Alabama. They were doing a football game. It was happening at a football game, and this group of students, particularly a group of guys, were holding up a very inappropriate banner that was mocking the other team, but it used a very persuasive language in it. And the other team or students on the other school's team did the same thing. So it was both schools were basically holding up offensive signs. Well, the students got told, I don't know if they got really into law charges. I think they got disciplined from their school. So that was basically what that story was. My stories do not correlate or probably relate into the same thing as that. So my stories, we were a very problematic class. We were very problematic. We were known as the biggest class to ever go through middle school. We had 150 kids originally. From basically all of middle school were like that. High school, a lot of the students either moved to other places or dropped out. So our class got smaller. We would fight all the time in middle school. No one really liked each other. We were just water. We were all water and oil. There was never a fine line between good. Now, we did have moments where we did like come together on some things, but for the most part, yeah, it wasn't a very healthy relationship, sort of say. Middle school, we had a lot of very particular fights. We had one where we had a girl hit a guy and I think busted his head open with a locker. We had beat up students to the point where we caused physical injuries to them, bleeding, blood was kind of like would just be pouring out of their face, and it was just very much physical fights. It also got physical with a teacher. I remember in 6th grade we had a teacher that had just come back from knee surgery. He had knee surgery. He was very much still in the recovery stage, and we were switching classes in the morning. This was just after our homeroom. We were going to first period, and I don't know what happened between the student and the teacher, but the students, I guess, were fighting, and he was trying to separate them. Well, one of the students that he was holding turned around and actually kicked him in his knee that he had just had surgery in. And of course, everyone was just kind of shocked that he did that. I mean, it was a really, really messed up thing to do. I mean, really, honestly, we were really just flabbergasted by the whole thing. He ended up having to stay out like another week or two to recover from that. I think he got expelled, if I'm not mistaken. I honestly don't even know if it really happened to this student because he moved before we went to high school. Knowing him, he's probably in jail, but yeah, there's just so many stories. We always bullied one another as well. Now, when it came to the fights, shockingly enough, I never got in a fight, started a fight, was ever in a fight. How that wasn't possible, I don't quite know, because I feel like I would have been the perfect target to have fight or like get beat up or something. Never did. And that was from kindergarten all the way till I graduated. Never got in a fight. Now, I sure as hell witnessed them, though. I was always the witness to them. I remember in high school, we had a girl that was in our class. This girl was just coming in the main hall, and this other girl, which was my best friend at the time, she came and just full on sent it toward her. And luckily we pulled her in the office, the girl that was getting attacked, and she looked at me and was like, "What the fuck? What the hell just happened?" And I said, "I don't know." We were all so confused. And this was when I worked in the office. So of course, when it came for me to go to class, everyone in class was like, "Yo, what happened? What happened?" And of course I had to tell them because, I was like, I like to spill tea if it does not involve me. And this time it did not involve me. So, we're kind of going into the point of what I want the main episode to be. So, I decided that I wanted to draw some blood today. And we're going to do a tier list ranking, or more along the lines of me. I'm going to rank all of my classmates just from my personal relationship with them. And so I got to see if my phone is fully charged, because I originally was going to make a tier list. The little tier ranking list that people use all the time. Well, I was going to use that, and I was going to rank them that way. But under further investigation, I saw that you had to physically add a picture, and I'm not about to add 80 people, like save 80 photos with their name on it and rank them like that and switch all that. I thought that's going to take too much work and too much time. So instead, I've just made a little thing in my notes. This thing won't be posted. I'll delete this note after I'm done with the episode. but it's just going to be me ranking them. And I got to see if my phone's done charging, because I'm going to do this all on my phone, so I don't have to be on the computer as much, so you don't hear so much clicking and typing in the background. So just 1 second, let me see if my phone's done. I was a little shocked it was actually done charging. So it actually got to the point where I like it. So I'm just going to put my mouse to the side, and I'm going to put my phone down. I'm just going to tell you and explain what tiers I have. So I have broke it down into 5 tiers. The BFFs are going to be the people I still talk to. We are very close. We're never going to get torn apart. And I will say there's not going to be many. There might be 1, possibly 2 out of 90 students. So that kind of tells you right off the bat. My next one's friends, and this is where this one and the next one, mutual, will have to do a lot of explaining. Friends for me would be, I consider you a friend and you consider me a friend. We've had multiple interactions with one another. We've not had any bad blood between us. That's usually what I call a friend. Oh, and I will turn my ringer off. Had it on for we're having bad weather today while I'm filming this. I have my ringer on, so they're just going to hear my snap notification in the background. Oh well. So I muted it since I'm going to be on my phone and staring at the screen. Mutual for me would be, I've had nice interactions with you, but I wouldn't say you're a friend. Yeah, mutual would be, we've had like nice, good run-ins with one another, but I wouldn't consider you a friend. That's what I consider a mutual friend, or a mutual. Unsure, this section is for students that I generally don't know where to classify you or put you where. And it's basically another section of, if I don't know who you are or like remember you, you go in the unsure. And then the bottom's, fuck you. Basically, you're the worst person on earth. I hated you in school. We were never friends. Or you did something to where you made me hate you. So there's gonna be a lot of students in there. So, but I think we're gonna get started. And just a full disclaimer, their names are not gonna be publicly said on here. While I'm gonna know who I'm talking about, they're never gonna find out who they are. But they may figure out, because I might use context clues. So if they have a brain, they can figure it out. But here we go. Lord, this might be a long episode, but it's going to be full of tea. So people like to know drama if it's not them. Let's see. Who are we starting with? This is in no particular order, by the way, too. Let's see where we're going to start. Guess we'll start with this guy. I would say for this first one, me and him were friends. But I've not really seen him or spoke to him since graduation. So I think for the first one, I'm going to put him under unsure, because I generally don't really know, because I wouldn't say we never were friends, but I don't really consider you a friend. I don't hate you. So I'm just going to put him under unsure. Next we got, I was going to say last name too, but then that's just going to get too complicated, so I'm just going to say their first name. This girl, we were friends, but we don't talk anymore. So I think for her, there might be a lot of unsure folks in here, y'all. So I'm going to put her under unsure as well. And I'm not going to do the whole ranking thing of like, is this person better than one another? They're just going to go on a thing and they're not going to be ranked after that. So, because that's just going to take too much time and brain power, and I don't want to do that right now. Next up we have was, I would say, a mutual. We've never met outside of class, but I don't have bad blood with her, but I don't consider her a friend. But we had nice interactions with them. Yeah, we had nice interactions, but never was friends with her. Okay. Oh Lord, let's go. I really want to put him under FU, but I really don't have bad blood with him. Yeah, I guess we'll put him under unsure because he worked in the office with me for like one block, and then the next semester he was able to work in there again, but yet I wasn't able to work in there again. But he was never in there. So how he was able to work in there and didn't do shit, but yet I couldn't, I don't know. But he's mostly an unsure one. He didn't really like me, but it was kind of the same thing back. Oh, this Nate's guy too, I don't really like. We were friends in middle school, but then high school rolled around, we never talked to each other again. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put him under unsure. Because I don't really know. Oh, what do I have to say about... Literally, here's the thing with him. Never talked. I've never seen him outside of class. Never seen him since we graduated. So I'm... honestly, he's an easy, I'm not sure. Lord, is everyone going to go in unsure? Damn. Okay, this next person, I don't even know who that is. So she is immediately going to go under unsure because I do not know who she is. Never talked to her and don't know her name. This girl was kind of... I would put her under a mutual friend because we did have nice interactions, but I didn't really consider her a friend, and she wasn't the same thing to me either. But we didn't have bad blood between us. First person to go under the fuck you. I really don't like this bitch. I really don't. She was really stuck up. I remember she moved away, and then she tried reaching out to me on Messenger. This was up halfway through high school, and she was like, "What were your grades?" I thought, that's none of your business. Why do you want to know so much about my grades? Are you going to want to boast and be like, "Oh, I did better than you did"? But then what was bad, because I think I did cuss her out, and she came back to school that same year. So I was like, this is awkward. But yeah, I met her one time outside of class, and this was after we graduated. I did DoorDash. And lo and behold, I got her an order from her. And the first thing she said to me was, "You look different." So, but she's happily, I'll put her under FU because, ugh. Next one we have is, I consider me and her friends. Because we had a good friendship in school. I didn't really have any bad blood. We don't talk a lot anymore. But I don't really consider her a mutual friend. I feel like I was her friend, she was my friend, but we weren't like BFFs. So I don't put her under a friend. I'll put her under there because I don't really have bad blood with her. She was really nice. She was pretty sweet. I liked her. Oh, this bitch can go under fuck you as well. This guy, he was such an ass to me. In middle school and high school as well. And what's so sad is that he's in the military, and it's, how does a asshole like you get into the military? So he got into the military and was just, I thought, how'd you get in? You didn't have a good personality when I was in school with you. So I kind of put him under FU because I couldn't stand him. This kid was so funny. Let me tell you about him. He was the class clown of our whole grade. He was so funny. I had multiple classes with him all throughout my years of school. In elementary, middle school, he was the class clown. He always wanted to make everyone laugh. He was just funny. I liked him. I wouldn't consider him like a friend, a mutual friend, but I don't have no bad blood toward him at all. He was actually very, very funny, and I liked him. Oh, we're just gonna do like a 2-in-1 special here, and we're gonna put these next two bitches under fuck you. And these two I thought were my friends. We used to be friends in high school, they were in my friend group, and then after that, one of them literally didn't like me from the get-go, but the other one, I remember we went to Gaston State, and I saw her there, and she pretended like she didn't know who I was. I don't know if she just doesn't remember me because I didn't sleep with her or what, but she was just, both of them were just not nice to me in high school. They were fun to be around at the time, but looking back, jerks. This next girl is an unsure. Was kind of quiet. I don't really remember. She was kind of not snooty, but she was. I don't remember me and her having any bad blood. If I'm trying to think back, so I think personally, she's okay, but I don't know where to classify her as because we didn't really talk either. I like this next guy to the mix as well, because I haven't seen him since high school, since graduation. I've never talked to him. He's never talked to me, but we had nice interactions, but I don't know if I would consider him a mutual friend, if that makes sense. This next guy's also an unsure one, because in elementary school, in like first grade, he bullied, well, let me use the term bully very loose here. He wasn't a bully to me. I think he just liked picking on me. Yeah, he liked picking on me. He didn't bully me. He just liked teasing me. I don't really know where would go. Honestly, he's kind of a mystery. We've not, hold on, having a memory flashback. Hold on. I'm actually going to put him under mutual, because I did meet him or see him at Walmart one day. This was about a year or two after graduation. He worked there at the time. I don't know if he still does. He worked there, and he saw me, and we just stood there for about 5 minutes and chatted. Or at least I hope that's who it was. God, imagine if this is someone else. Well, a lot's happened since then, so I'll put him under mutual, because I don't have bad blood against him. He wasn't a bad kid. Next up we have... She's between mutual and friends. She's in between there, because I've seen her multiple times, because she works at a restaurant in our town. She works as like a waitress at one of her friends' restaurants. And I've had nice interactions with her. I mean, she's one of the only few people from high school that actually follows me and everything. So you know what? I'll actually put her up under friends, because I think that I wouldn't say mutual, because I didn't really ever classify her as never a friend. So she's like in that between. But I put her under friends. Next we have... Now, was in the same league as... But I don't really have bad blood with... I'm just imagining editing this. It's going to be like 5,000 bleeps. I'm kind of slowly getting a lot of anger out from this, so I'm glad I'm doing this, but no one's going to know who I'm talking about, and this is going to be great. I can't wait to post it and see if anyone from high school can determine who I'm talking about, so this will be very interesting to see if they can figure it out. Next we have... She is I would say a mutual. Yeah, because she moved here, I think, in high school, and she wasn't well, hold on. Change the words. Well, damn. I cannot think of my words today. She was likable. She wasn't snooty. She wasn't snobby. She was actually really nice, and she actually kind of, little thing, had a crush on her, and I also did have a crush on as well. These were about the only two girls that I liked in high school, but yet they were already dating, so there's that. But I'll put her under mutual, because we weren't friends, but I had nice interactions with her. She was really nice and had a very good personality. Okay, I don't really remember this person, so I'm gonna put her under unsure because I don't remember you at all. It's also another one that I don't know what our relationship is because I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't really have anything to say about her. Now I'll put under mutual because I have seen her multiple times. She was in a class at Gaston State for one semester. I had maybe one or two classes with her, and I talked to her just one time. Or I talked to her a few times, and we had nice interactions. So I've had good interactions with her. I don't have any bad blood with her. So I'm gonna put her under mutual. Oh, she was kind of snobby, but she was not mean. She was like the only nice snobby kid that we had there. So I'm gonna put her under unsure because we weren't friends, but I also don't really wouldn't say we were friends or there wasn't a possibility that we were. I don't know. She's just gonna go under unsure. I don't know. Next we have where did I put this guy? Unsure. We never talked. Never did. We never talked to one another. I never have had a conversation with him. I've never seen him outside of class. Never spoke to him. He's definitely an unsure. Now, see, she is a highly unsure because we were friends. We weren't BFFs, but we were close friends. And then after high school, we kind of just lost contact with each other. So I'm going to have to put her under unsure because I don't know what the status of our relationship is now. I've not talked to her in years. Okay, this next one's also an unsure. She was very, very, very quiet. Never talked to anyone. I probably talked to her once or twice in the whole time I went to school with her. She was real nice and sweet, but she was just so kept to herself and just really quiet. I've never seen her outside of class. I've never seen her on any social media or spoke to her again. I don't even know what she is doing now, as I don't know what majority of these people are doing. I don't put under mutual because we weren't friends, but I had nice interactions with them. I'll put under the next one under there as well, and I'll put under there. I'm just kind of knocking these out. And okay, no, it's gonna have to be an unsure because I don't really talk to her as much anymore. But we were friends, but I don't know like what happened. We just lost contact. And I'm also gonna put the next one under there as well because they're not. I don't really remember. So that was 3 people that I had mutual friends with, and then 2 are unsure. I feel like I just heard a bird inside the apartment. Why does it sound like a bird's in? Every time I talk, it does it. Do you mind? Birds, I'm trying to podcast. Oh my god. Okay, tell your story then, child. Okay, this next one. I'll be really honest. I don't have bad blood with him. But this is gonna be a stretch. I'm gonna say that he might have been a mutual friend, but it probably is not a thing in return. So he might be a mutual, I don't know. He was top of our class. He was like the top guy. I was one of the top 7 guys that graduated, not to brag, and I think he was number 1. He wasn't salutatorian or valedictorian, but he was top tier. He was like the smartest guy that we went to school with. So I don't have bad blood with him. I'd say mutual. I've not seen or spoken to him since graduating though. The next one is an unsure because I really don't remember him. And if I did, we didn't talk. I would put this next person under mutual because we kind of were friends in kindergarten, and then after that, we were not friends again. So he's very much I don't really No. He's very much an unsure now. Also going to be an unsure because, or he's going to be an unsure because I don't know. I really don't know. I honestly did not think that majority of these classmates would be confined in such groups. I thought it would be a little bit more variety, but they just keep going under two places. I don't have bad blood with this person. He was kind of he was kind of goofy, or kind of just a crack up in school. He always goofed all the time. But I think he's doing well now. I know he got married and has a kid, or might have two kids. So he's doing pretty well in life. I think he's married. He's got a family now. He looks like he's matured a good bit, so I give him props for that. But yeah, I don't have bad blood against him. I think he's okay. Oh, this is so hard too, because I don't know where would you go? Where would you go? I'm gonna put her under mutual, because I feel like we were friends, but we haven't been friends for a long time. We kind of lost contact, but at one point we were friends. I feel like mutual just turned into, if we were friends at some point, that's where you go. Oh, this next guy I really couldn't stand, but I don't have bad blood against him. He was so annoying. He pretends that he was better than everybody, but he never was bad spirited toward me. I never had bad blood with him, so he's an unsure on that one. Is unsure as well, because I don't have bad blood against him, but we never talked or anything. You really do find out like who you fucked with and who you didn't. This next girl, I'll put her under mutual. She's actually a neighbor of mine. She's really sweet, but I wouldn't say that we were close friends or that we were the general friends. Every time when I saw her, I was always nice to her, and we were always mutual with one another. Next up is, now, was mutual because I've had nice conversations with him, but it's been very much that we weren't close friends. There was never a time where we weren't friends, but I've never seen him outside of school either. I think he's doing really well. I think he works now, so he's doing pretty well at what he does. Yeah, I don't have bad blood against him. I would put him under mutual. Okay, next up we have, now this is very much a mysterious person, because I genuinely do not know where to put her, because she was never nice to me, but I didn't have any bad blood with her. It's so weird. She kind of was in that thing where she was very much, I think she only had a small group of friends that she only wanted to talk to, and everyone else she just did not want to have any association with. So I'm going to put her under unsure, because I don't know. Okay, next up we have, and it's also another one that's mutual, because we were friends at one point, but we kind of lost track to where we're just kind of like mutual friends. Shockingly enough, I feel like a year or two ago, she just randomly messaged me and was just checking in on me, so I kind of thought that was kind of nice. Oh Lord, this next bitch. Oh my God. What to say about this hoe? Oh my God, there's so much to say about this bitch. Well, for starters, she was number 2 in her class. She made the most bullshit speech to ever walk across high school stage. She basically made a full ass of herself. This was during the pandemic, and so our live stream had to be taken down due to her comments that she made during her speech. So, this is easily a big FUCK because you're a bitch, you're a smart ass, and you're the reason why nobody in my family could watch our graduation service because you had to make up that bullshit speech. So I will gladly put under the fuck you section. If we were doing the tier ranking, she'd be top of the list. Well, no, there's someone else later on that's top of that list. But moving on. My neighbors are probably loving this episode. They get to hear me just call out every student. Next up, we have... Now, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to put him under mutual. Because there were times when I did have multiple interactions with him. And we never talked. We never were friends. We never were besties. But there was never a moment where we were never friends. It's weird. So he goes under mutual. Okay. This one's borderline unsure / FU. This guy was so supportive of the whole podcast idea. We did have numerous times when I did talk to him outside after graduation. But yet then he goes around and basically blocks me on everything. And first off, he blocks me on Facebook. I'm like, okay, blocking someone on Facebook is wild. Like, absolutely wild. Like, I've never heard of anyone that blocks someone on Facebook, but okay. And then, yeah, he was so supportive of the podcast, and he said, I'm going to be the first one to listen to it, and then just kind of backstabs me in the back. So I genuinely don't really know what happened to him after that. I mean, I see what he does because I'm friends with his mom. But, because I don't have bad blood against him, it's the thing. That's why I'm not putting him in the FU, because I don't have bad blood against him. But it was just weird that you blocked me out of nowhere for no reason. Okay, this next guy is the same spot, but for a different reason. He was a bully to me in middle school, 5th and 6th grade. He was a full-on bully. He was really mean to me in 5th grade, where it got to the point where I had to actually switch classes and move out of the classes, which I really didn't want to do, but they just didn't know English at the middle school, so they couldn't comprehend basic words. And he was just a bully, but he did apologize. He did come forward and say, look, I'm sorry for bullying you. I just don't want us to have bad blood, and I hope we can move forward from it. So I applaud him for apologizing, but we really didn't have a good relationship after that. So I'm actually going to put him under unsure, because I don't quite know. And to be honest, I thought he moved. I thought he had moved. I didn't know he actually had come back. I forgot that he was actually in our graduating class, because I thought he moved to another school. Oh, I like her. I won't put her under friends, because we had classes at Gaston State. We had nothing but nice things about each other. We weren't BFFs, but I did have nice interactions with her. She wasn't mean. She was actually really nice. We actually talked a lot when we went to Gaston State before we went our separate ways to different schools. We don't keep in contact anymore, but I feel strong enough to put her under friends, since we kind of do have a history there. And so I would kindly, without a doubt, put her under friends. I have no problem with that at all. I would feel like would be a mutual friend, because we were friends at one time, but we're not anymore, but we don't have any bad blood. She was Nah, she actually dated someone in our friend group, and we actually thought that they would be voted for best couple, but then after that, she broke up with him. So I think we're lucky that we didn't do that. So we were kind of. I thought, oh well, at least we didn't pick them for best couple. I don't know if we even did cutest couple for our superlatives. I'll have to look at the end when I'm done. So I put her under unsure because I really don't know. I'm gonna make a. This is gonna be a thing. I don't like this person, so she's actually gonna start a new one. Cause there's not an unsure. I know what our friend. I just don't like her, but she's not an FU. She's not a mutual. It's just I just don't like you. I mean, we talked in middle school, but there's just something about her I didn't like. So I'd be glad to put her under don't like. And actually, everyone before that, I'm not going to change it because it's true about what I put there. So she was a definite I don't like. I don't hate her, but next up we have, and I'm going to put him under unsure because I generally don't know where I would put him under. We weren't BFFs. We talked, but weren't considered friends. I don't consider him mutual. I don't hate you. I don't like you. So he's very much a unsure. This next one is the same way too, because I don't know per se where she goes. She was a new person that moved halfway through school. Or she came, I think, in high school. She was nice. I mean, I really don't have much to say about her, and that's not a bad thing. Okay, next up we have. I like you, man. I do. I would be bold. I won't put you under friends. He had autism when he was in middle school, and he got picked on a lot when he was in middle school just because of his autism. But he has really shined since graduation. I think he finished college. He's done with college. He's working. I don't know what he does for work now, but he works very hard. We have a mutual bond. I wouldn't say that we're close friends, but I wouldn't consider us a mutual friend. I would consider us friends. He's really awesome, real cool. He was really nice. You just had to get to know him. But he was really nice. I think he's really done well since graduating school. I think he's like me. He probably is glad that he doesn't have to see the class again. Because I am with you on that. I hated them too. Alright, so next we have... And was originally going to be a mutual friend, but then she went to fuck you, and here's why. We had classes with each other at Gaston State. She was in one or two of my classes that we had. Well, I remember back when, in like 2021, I posted on my story for the first time, and this is when I still had a lot of my high school friends, or like a lot of the high school folks on Snap, and I posted that I was really struggling mentally, and if you don't know that, check out my mental health episode to get a more in-depth story about my mental health. But she reached out to me and she was like, oh, I never knew that. I'm here for you if you need anything or talk to someone. And I really appreciate that. We're like, a year or two later, she basically removed me. And I thought, so basically what you told me was a lie. So you basically lied to me to just help me feel better. So for that, no. She went to F you for that because no. Okay, this next kid, I really don't know because he's weird. I don't know. He is a genuinely, I don't know. He's not going under the don't like because I liked him. But we weren't friends. We were not close friends. We were not mutual friends. I don't hate him. He's basically unsure. I wish there's like a thing where I could just put mystery, because there's like one or two spots where I wouldn't mind putting a mystery there. I was about to have a really bad cough attack, so I had to quickly get a sip of my tea. Let's see. We're about to hit midway, so I might take like a 2-minute break just to get some more tea after this page. But I'm gonna try to get this last row down. Next up, we have. I'll put her under mutual. Her dad owns a Mexican restaurant in town, and she works there. Usually when she's not in school, she was working there. Basically over the summer, over on school breaks, that when she went to college, she went there or worked there. Me and her had nice conversations. She actually congratulated me on getting into Auburn, and she was telling me about her college experience, and she said, I wish I did go to Gaston State at first for it to be easier, but she was also very smart. So, she was smart enough to go to a university. She wasn't, which I was smart as well, but not as smart as she was. She was, did well in the ACT. She did all A's and B's. She worked really hard. So, for her to be able to go to like a 4-year university for the first year, that's I think a huge step. And so she did it. I think she graduated. She's done with school like me. I genuinely wish that we kind of are more than just mutual, because I feel like me and her have a good bond. I think she was low-key one of very few pretty girls in our class, and I will kindly say that. Was drop-dead gorgeous. If we ever dated, that would be like one of the most unlikely pairs. That would make people turn their heads, and that's not even lying. So I'm going to put under mutual, because we've had nice interactions, and I don't have a problem with you at all. I think you're really, really nice, and I really do hope that you do well in life. Next up, we have. I'm going to put her under unsure, because we had nice conversations in high school, but we never were friends, and I don't hate her, and I even like her. I like her. She was fine. So I'm going to put her under unsure. We're going to skip over me. We're just going to skip right over me. And we're going to go right into. He's also an unsure. Man, I really thought that there'd be like more people spread out. They're just all getting clumped up. Fine. He wasn't, one of the best people to hang around with. He always kind of got into trouble, but we never had bad blood. We never got into any disagreement or nothing. And we didn't have hate toward each other, but we weren't friends either. So he's very much an unsure, because it's just, I don't know. Okay, this next guy, I don't know if he goes by his first name or middle name. I think he goes by I think. He's an unsure. To me, he was very much out there. I think he was sent here by aliens, and I'm not even kidding about that. Yeah, he's very much I don't really know. He was borderline a kind of a FU, but I didn't have bad blood with him. He just had a very awful personality. Thought he was better than everybody. Remember we took the ACT? I don't even think he took it. He just sat there and did nothing. I said, okay, if you want to be in high school the rest of your life, have at it. Alright, next up is and I were very close in middle school, but then after high school began, we drifted apart. So we were friends at one point, but we're not friends anymore. And I don't have any revenge things against him. He was nice. He was nice toward me. I was nice toward him. So he was nice, but I just don't know what our relationship status is right now. He was also kind of a class clown, but not really. He's dating someone else that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But to be honest, I think he honestly could go under unsure because I just don't really have an opinion about him. We had good interactions with one another, but I've never seen him outside of class. I've never talked to him since graduation. So I don't know. Next one we have is... Let me tell you about this bitch right here. She is number one. She is the best bitch in the whole world, badass. Would die for me and I would die for her. We met in senior year of high school. We met in a business class. It was totally random. For me, it was a last minute decision as well. We met there, and shockingly enough, when we went to Gaston State, every class that we took there, we had with. So we had a lot of English classes together. We had a psychology class together. We had a biology class together. Me and her hung out so many times. We have been through so much, thick and thin. We studied together. We have supported each other when she went to JSU, and she supported me when I came here to Auburn. I went to her graduation. She was unable to come to my graduation due to a little situation at home, but me and her are like glue, and I will proudly let you be the first person to be under the BFF section, because you are such a wonderful person. We have such a great friend group. You are just awesome. I really honestly wish that you and me could see each other sometime soon, because there's so much I'd like to talk to you about and just see how you're doing. But I love you so much, and I wish you nothing but the best. Okay, well, we'll digress from the little brag moment there. Okay, so she was a little snooty in school. However, she was number one in our high school class, and I felt really bad for her because she had to go up after shitty speech. And so why our valedictorian didn't go first and then our salutatorian, I don't quite know why, but for some reason our valedictorian went second in the speech. I'm gonna put her under a mutual because I don't have bad blood against her. We did talk to one another, but we just really didn't vibe. But I don't have a problem towards you at all. I want you to know this guy is just a huge mystery. I don't know what happened to this person. I don't know where he ended up. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He basically vanished. I think he still lives around my hometown. I mean, I don't know. He might have moved. But, I don't know. He's just gone. Yeah. There's really not much I have to say about him. Mutual, because we were friends at one point. I don't have bad blood against him. He's just a mutual. I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very, very unsure. But I'm not going to put him under unsure because I know he has a spot. I don't know where to put. I guess I'll put her under mutual because I don't know. She was considered one of the more talented ones in our class. She could sing. Not the best singer, but could sing. Yeah, I don't really have any bad blood against her. Alright, moving on. This one hurts. This one really hurts. Let me tell you the story about this girl. We met freshman year of high school. She moved here from Georgia. And she was already the student she was considered gothic. Yeah, had the black hair, black clothes, makeup, had piercings. I think she had a tattoo, but it was very small and you couldn't really tell where it was. She basically was a I don't give a fuck what you say kind of person. And me and her had a rocky relationship throughout high school. Freshman year, we were inseparable. I mean, I'm telling you, freshman year, we were inseparable. Sophomore year had a kind of got separated just a little bit because she kind of started hanging out around a lot of people that I didn't particularly like, and I didn't want to be associated with those people. So we had like a little bit of torn apart. And then going into junior year, first of junior year, we still didn't like each other, and I think she really hated me. But then we turned around, and I said sorry for that, and we kind of rekindled it. And so then the rest of junior and then senior year, we were friends. Well, then after high school, after graduation, she just cut ties. I don't know why she did. She was honestly a friend that I thought I was going to have till I died. But we got torn apart. She basically didn't talk to me on any social media anymore. She really went through like a whole personality change. Like, it's like everyone she used to talk to cut off. I don't really know whatever happened to her. There was a rumor that she had moved far away, but then like came back. And I generally don't really know whatever happened to her now. Because I blocked her on everything because it made me mad. Because when you're having like a very bad rocky relationship that we had, that's something you don't really get torn apart from. But with her, it happened. So, hate to say it, and I'm going to have to put her on the FU. Because I honestly don't know what happened with our relationship. Next up we have and he is going under, or she, oh, shit, sorry. I want to put her under unsure because I don't remember talking to her, and I don't remember her being in our grade for the longest time. So, yeah, I'm going to have to put her under unsure. I think she was nice. We just never really talked to one another. We might follow each other on social media and talk that way, or on Instagram maybe. But we never really talked much in person. Lord, this guy is a really complicated, very up and down relationship. Middle school, kind of was a bully towards me. And in high school, kind of stopped because we got separated. And then I've never talked to him again. So he's kind of an unsure, if I'm being honest. Unsure because, not the FU, unsure because I generally don't really know what our status is now. I think he still lives around where I live, but I don't know what he's doing now. Okay, I won't put her under unsure because she was kind of the same way as because they dated. I think they ended up getting voted cutest couple because I think they were about the only couple from our class that were dating, and they're still dating. Did they get engaged? I don't know if they got engaged. That's something I'd have to look into. But they are still very much together. They have not been torn apart. They are still very much close friends. Yeah, they're very much still inseparable, and which I'm happy for them because most of the people from our class didn't last as long. I mean, we had one couple that I've already mentioned, both of their names, had a baby and then got divorced after they had the baby. So, yeah, that's how that relationship went. So, I don't know how their relationship is, but I am just going to go ahead and put her under unsure because I genuinely don't have a overall opinion about her. So I'm happy with putting her under the unsure column. Okay, this guy, I don't hate him, I just really don't like him. He was, I don't know, he was just very far-fetched. He was very far out of his league. I don't even remember him being in our grade. So I don't know how he graduated with us, honestly. Oh, this bitch. Oh my gosh. Okay. Me and her were BFFs. We were BFFs. And then she got mad at me because I was always the one that was having to text her first. I really hate, and this is going to be like in an upcoming episode, she got mad at me for being mad that she never texted me. I said, I'm always the first one that has to text you. If I don't text you, you never talk to me. And then she full on went psychotic. She started spamming my number, spamming my text messages, because I blocked her, and I said, because this was after I had gone to Auburn, or this was right before I had gone to Auburn, and I had matured a lot, and I was basically cussing her out, calling her all these names, and I was like, she was like, this is not the Noah I remember, and I thought, well, if you talked to me more and actually texted me first, you would know the real me. Right, you're right, I have changed, and I've changed where I don't have to deal with your bullshit. So she goes under the FU because I did nothing to you, nothing wrong with you. You just got so upset and mad about me calling you out. So she is definitely goes under the fuck you. Next up is and she's an unsure as well because we weren't friends, but I didn't hate her, and I don't like her. That's such a weird thing to say. It's kind of like canceling it out. I don't hate her, so she's kind of have to go under the unsure. This girl came back? Oh, I thought she moved. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to put her under unsure though because I don't really know what her relationship status is now. But I totally forgot she came back. Oh my god, that's just like a mind-boggling to me. Next up we have, and these were twins, which shockingly enough, they're twins, but you can really easily tell them apart. They're not identical twins. They're both gonna go under the unsure pile because I don't quite know what kind of relationship we had. I didn't have any hatred towards them. I mean, I didn't dislike them, but we weren't close friends or mutual where we chatted. We just kind of existed. So I'm gonna put him or both of them under unsure because I genuinely don't know where to put them. I'm gonna put her under unsure as well because I don't really quite know the status relationship we have. But I don't have any bad blood against her. There were some times where I think she had moments where she thought she was kind of number one on top, but she wasn't cocky 24/7 like some other girl in our grade was. So I'm gonna put her under unsure because I don't really have any bad blood against her. Next we have, she was okay. She kind of was stuck up, and I just read her senior quote, and I can kind of see, yeah, she was kind of cocky. I don't hate her, but I don't like her at the same time. So I'm going to put her under the, I don't really like her. But we've had nice interactions with one another, but just for me, I just don't really like her. She kind of snooty a little bit. And the next girl I'm gonna put her under don't like as well. She was just something about her I just didn't like. Oh my god, how many students are there? I've been doing this for over an hour and I'm still not done. Okay, I'm gonna pause because I gotta turn the air off because I cooled my apartment down a little too much and I've got to refill my tea, so I'm gonna have like a little vocal break, so BRB. Alright, I am back. I was just having to check to see how far along we were. We're getting closer to the end. I promise there's not many students left. So we are going to truck right on along to... Okay, this person can automatically go under... Oh, I can't remember what name he went by. I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put under unsure because I genuinely don't even remember talking to him at all. The next one too, I don't even remember who that is. I don't know. Okay. Next up we have... And something about her too I just didn't really like, but we didn't have bad blood against one another. So, I don't know. She's kind of a unsure, but I'm going to put her under don't like. Yeah. Okay, next up we have... And I'm going to put under a mutual friend because we did have times throughout school where we did talk to one another and actually did have multiple conversations. Now, I've never seen her outside of class, but she was genuinely, to me, nice. To me. Okay, the next kid, I just don't like him. I remember in elementary school, he was a new student. I couldn't tell you what was wrong with him, but there was just something off with him. I remember one day we were in elementary school in class, and I told him to read a section, and he almost attacked me with a textbook. He almost cracked my fucking head open with a textbook, and it wasn't a soft one either. It was a hard one. And I would literally, what the fuck are you doing? I thought, what are you doing? So I almost died in elementary school from a textbook incident. I survived. But yeah, I don't like him. I do not like him. Do not. Okay, this one's gonna get a little spicy. So we have... And they were another set of twins from our class. And it's weird. It's funny. It was like a love-hate relationship. In elementary school, they kind of bullied me, but also we talked a lot. Well, not bully, teased me a lot. I need to not use bully as much because there's a difference. Teased me. They teased me a good bit. But then in other parts, they were nice. So, I don't know. I will say, I have talked to a lot more. He's actually one of the only few students from high school that's still on my Snap. He actually came out, which I was very, very, very shocked that he did, because it was just like a huge shock to me. I literally had no indication that he was gay or nothing, because everyone thought I was. Majority of them probably still think that, but okay. So I'm gonna put him under mutual, and I'm gonna put his brother under unsure, because I honestly have not really heard much from him, or we talk anymore. So they kind of don't go. So they're not gonna go together. They're gonna get split. Okay, this is actually like a funny thing. So we had 4 students in our classroom, or in our class, have the same last name, but they were not related to one another at all. It was kind of odd to have 4 students that are not related in the slightest. Oh, and their last name was spelled the same way too. So it wasn't like a normal spelling. It was like an extra letter got added on. So once what to me was more of a mutual friend than friends, because I do not talk to him at all anymore. And it's the same thing with as well. We were like good friends at one point, but then we kind of just got separated, and I've never really heard much from her again. Same thing with actually. She actually is making a lot of good moves on herself. I saw she had just completed her degree in nursing at University of Alabama, and she moved away for a job opportunity in her nursing field, which congrats on that. I know that's a big step and a big change from Alabama to out. But really, really, really happy for you. She was also one of the one of the top ones in our class. So it's not a surprise, but she is a lot of hard work and dedication. She did that. She was also pretty too. She was one of the very few pretty girls we had in our class. So I'll put her under mutual. I ran into him one time. This guy, I ran into him once at Walmart, and it was just a weird. He was the tallest student in our class. He was about 9 foot, and that's not exaggerating. It may be exaggerating a little bit, but genuinely 9 foot tall. He always hit his head on the door because he was so tall. He's gonna have to go under unsure because I don't really recall us having many conversations. I just met him one time and we had like a nice talk, but it was just weird because we never talked, and so when I saw him, it was very much what do you say? And then I had to like crane my neck up at him. So he was cool though. He was real cool. Okay, next one we have. I'll put her under unsure. I was kind of a jerk to her. I know, twist of events. I was kind of the one in the situation that was an asshole. I remember in middle school, I called her a jerk on social media, and I instantly regretted it. I don't know why I said it. I think it was just genuinely knowledge of. I guess just her personality at the time. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to text someone back. It was just based off of her personality at the time in middle school, and I did genuinely think that. She's not a jerk in the slightest. She's actually really funny, and high school really showcased that. So I give a lot of sincere apology to her, because, and we, middle school, we're 11, 12, we're stupid, we're dumb, we say dumb things when we're young. I matured a lot since then, and I do highly apologize and do say my sorry to you. I wish I could just forgive my own mouth for my speaking of words, or couldn't forgive my throat because it's struggling with words right now. So I'm gonna put her under unsure because I don't know what status our relationship is now. She's doing good. I think she graduated college and just living life right now. She's doing really well. She still lives back around where I'm from. So I do wish you nothing but luck, because you are nice and you do have a good personality. It's just I was stupid in middle school, and I kind of regret that. Oh Lord, this girl is so funny, but it's so weird at the same time. I genuinely don't know what happened to her. I've never heard of her. I've never seen her anywhere. I don't even know like whatever happened to her after graduation. I don't even know if she's on social media. That's how much of a recluse she is. So genuinely unsure. Next we have, and something about her I don't like, and I can't really pinpoint what it is. I've not had any bad experiences with her. I've not had like a very awkward encounter with her. It's just I don't know what to classify the relationship as. Yeah. Okay, next one. I genuinely don't like this person. She moved here when she was in middle school, and she was nice when she first moved here, but then turned into really cocky and really thought she was center of attention. She thought she was the best. I really have not heard anything from her, so I don't know what she's doing now. So I put her under the don't like. I'm going to say for him, he's a mutual, because we did have multiple conversations with one another, but I don't know what the status of our relationship is now. He was nice from the conversations. He was a little weird, but I mean, with this list, you kind of take weird over hateful. So, okay, same thing with this girl, and I'm kind of surprised that she's in here, because I thought she moved. So we were close and, well, not close. Let me rephrase that. Friends in middle school. She was kind of funny, but then after that, we never talked to each other again. So I would say mutual for the most part. Oh, he's an unsure. Oh, that's a tough one. He actually dated someone that I've already mentioned in here, and they broke up for undisclosed reasons. I don't know. That's why I said that. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, I saw him one time outside of class. I think I said hey to him, and he totally ignored me. Which, I mean, to be fair, we never had like a close bond, so I mean, there wasn't really a point of him talking to me to begin with. Um, she's unsure. She was kind of cool. She was cool. I don't have a problem with her. I think she had like a good personality in school. She was more more of the funny one. I think there was an incident one time when I think she accidentally had a little cut or something on her, and there was blood on her finger, and she had a full-on meltdown because she was bleeding. It was a little bit hilarious, but she was funny. I liked her. She had a good personality. Same thing with this next one. He's also another one where I don't genuinely know where to put her. Um, we had friendly encounters all throughout school, from elementary until high school. But we weren't close friends, and it wasn't a thing where I didn't like her or I didn't hate her. Yeah, she's kind of gonna have to go under the. I haven't seen her or heard from her since graduation too, so I don't quite know what she's doing right now. Um, yeah, she'd have to go under unsure because I don't know. Next up is I'm gonna put under mutual because I have seen him multiple times outside of class. I actually almost saw him not too long ago. Like, I think it was when I was home last, so 2 or 3 months ago, I ran into him, and I was like, oh shit. It was one of those moments where you don't want to talk to anybody, so you have to duck down an aisle real quick. That was one of those moments. I saw him, I was like, oh shit. I ducked my ass down like an aisle. He did not notice me, and I was like, whew. I said, okay. So, but I don't have bad blood against him. I was just not in the mood to talk that day. So I was like, I hightailed it out of there. Okay. This next one, I don't like her. I don't. It was funny. Both of her parents taught high school. Her mom taught algebra and her dad taught geometry. And she has more of her dad's personality than her mom. Her mom is really nice and sweet. Little odd, but was really nice and a good math teacher. Her dad, on the other hand, was kind of hateful and bitchy and basically not a good math teacher. And that's kind of where she falls in the line. My mom went to high school when he was a teacher. So he basically, I don't think he taught my mom, but she knew of him when she went to high school. He was there teaching. And my mom said that he called someone out in class for, I think, having sex in the parking lot or something. I don't know. It was something where he called a woman out for like sex or something. So he was a bitch then too. I didn't have a good relationship with him either. So I'm gonna put her under that don't like. I don't hate her, but I really just don't like her. Okay, this next one, I would say a mutual friend. She was really nice. She actually ended up going into the army, which I thought was very surprising because I didn't see her joining the army. I think she doesn't live here anymore. I think last time I saw her, I followed her online because I actually like her, and she lives overseas now. I think she lives in around there somewhere. And she's in a relationship now that I know. And they live over there. So she's doing the best right now. I mean, she gets to live in a very fancy place. I wish I could leave bumfuck Alabama for or somewhere over there. This next one, oh, this is a toughie. Cause, she goes under a category, but it's not a category I have. Me and her had nice conversations, but I genuinely don't know where to put her. Well, I guess we could put her under mutual. That might be a stretch, but you just don't have anywhere else to go, girl. He's an unsure, because I don't know. Have I met him outside of class? Or since, when I mean outside of class, I mean since graduating. I might have met him one time. And that's a big if. A big if. I don't know. Well, anyway, he's going under unsure because I don't know the genuine relationship right now. I unsure. I really don't. Next we have. She was also a unsure one. I remember we were closer in elementary school, but we kind of got distant when we reached middle school, and then even more in high school. I'm gonna put her on her friend. I don't hate her. She had a nice personality. I don't know what she's doing now. Or as we called him, I didn't know he moved back. Hold up. Okay, he actually... No, not unsure. We used to be friends at one point. Or I think we were. I could be totally making that up. But earlier in, like, high school and stuff, I think we were... Or in elementary school, we were close. So I'm going to put him under mutual, because he was real nice. He has a really good personality. Oh, I lied. I really did. She was really, really sweet. I felt really bad for her. This girl got really sick in middle school. She got really sick and had to stay out for a while. But she fought what she had. I'm not going to say what she had. But yeah, she was really, really sweet. I liked her a lot. She was short, but had a very, very, very bold attitude. She's like, I may be small, but that don't mean I can cut you up and fight like I mean it. So I like. I'll put her under mutual because we did have some good talks in the past. This one hurts too, but it's not I hate them. We were best friends in middle school. Let me tell you, when we had PE, me and him basically did everything together. We tried to get on the same team as whatever we were playing. We always hung out in PE from 5th grade up until 8th grade. And in high school, we got separated. I genuinely don't know what the status of our relationship is. I have never seen him. I saw him about 3 years ago when I met some of my other friends that I've already mentioned in here, because they were dating at the time. I don't know if they're still dating, if he's still dating. If he is, he better get out, because she showed a side of her I didn't know before. So I don't know if he's still dating her, but yeah, we just don't talk anymore, and it was kind of sad because me and him were really close in middle school. But he's nice. He was real nice. Oh yes, we have finally reached the end. Last, and certainly not least, we have, and he is immediately going under, oh crap, I just about messed everything up there. Unsure. I don't have problems with him. I just don't think he's a friend, or he thinks I'm, like, cool. Or, like, he would consider me a friend, you know? We had, like, if we had to talk, we did. And we were nice to one another. But other than that, we never really talked or did anything. Or saw each other again. Alright, so that is me ranking every classmate that I've went to school with. And let me just say this. Overall, do I like this class? No, I don't. I don't like them one bit. Um, this is just my message to them, and this is with everyone in there. Y'all did treat me like total trash. Y'all did. They all bullied me for multiple number of reasons. It could be from shoes I was wearing, how I walked down the fucking hallway, how I talked in class, how I sat in class. I mean, it was just anything that they could find to pick me on, they did. I really hope, and this is my thing, is that all of you did mature. I really hope that everyone on here has matured enough and has grown up to where they are not how they acted towards me. I really hope that now you do not treat people like y'all did me. I know a majority of them don't know what I'm up to. Well, I graduated college with a bachelor's degree in journalism. I now have 4 tattoos. So yes, originally I had no tattoos when I graduated. I have 4 now. I'm still single, so y'all can still probably spread rumors like that. Yeah, I think I turned out okay. I mean, due to some y'all's other opinions, y'all may have other opinions about that, but I think I turned out fine. And my last thing that I want to do is I want to look at the class superlatives. I do. And I'm just going to look at what they were nominated for, and I'm just going to say if I agree or disagree. And this is going to be, I'm not going to say a name. They may figure it out just from if they remember what they got nominated for. But, and if I agree with one gender or another, I'll say like I agree with the guy, I don't agree with the girl. Best all around. And this is just, I won't say agree on what I know of them now, if they lived up to what they say. Yeah, I agree with the guy, I do not agree with the girl. For most spirited, I agree with both. Friendliest, yeah. Best dressed, I don't know if I agree with either one of those, to be honest. I mean, they dressed nicely, but I don't think that they were best dressed. I didn't really know that was an option. Okay. Most dependable, yeah, I can see that. Class clown, 100%. 100%. And if Mr. Spirited was not listed in there, he would have gone under class clown. But yeah, I do agree with class clown for that. Mr. and Miss, I do agree. Yes, I agree. Most outgoing, yeah, I mean, I can see it. I can see it, yeah. Oh, by the I just disclaimer, I'm not in any of these superlatives, just so you know. I'm not in any of these, and yeah, that just kind of proves what the relationship to me was like. They just didn't care, or pretended I wasn't even there. Most likely to succeed, I honestly do not agree, because I've never heard of either one of these two people on what they're doing now. So I think the art class got that wrong. I don't agree with that. Best looking, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, The girl, especially the guy, yeah. Most athletic, yes, yeah. I agree with that. Most intellectual, sure. Most mischievous, 100% agree with that. Most unique, 100% agree. Most optimistic, I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with it, but I also don't disagree with it. I don't know. That could be a debate. Biggest flirt, I honestly don't see the girl being a flirt, the biggest flirt, because I don't remember her doing that, but the guy 100% would agree with that. Best personality, I don't agree with the guy at all. The girl I can kind of see, but no, I do not. I really don't kind of agree with that. Wittiest, The girl, not so much. The guy, a little bit more. Most talented. Yeah. I mean, there were the only two people that could sing in our class. Not the best singers, but they were like, yeah, it made sense. And finally, the cutest um, was yeah, I agree with the girl a little bit more than the guy, but yeah, I kind of agree with that. And for the class favorites, yeah, mm, kind of. But my end message is basically fuck you, fuck y'all. I really, genuinely don't like y'all at all. I don't. Y'all never checked on me when I needed y'all the most. Y'all pretended I was just a ghost to the whole class, to everybody there. Thinks I probably am just a ghost to them, like I don't exist. Well, I've got 2 podcasts up and going. I've got a degree from Auburn. So, I mean, I think if I had to pick which one I would have gone, and I would have been under most friendly. I'm really pissed off though that they didn't have one for best eyes, like prettiest eyes, because I think I have pretty eyes. I have brown eyes, but they would have gone to someone with blue eyes, because blue eyes are the most number one popular best looking eye color, which I don't really agree with that. But anyways, that's my class ranking for them. Yeah, it's a very, very long episode. I'm going to really hate editing it. But my thing to you is you are more than welcome to do this on your own term. What I want you to do is, if you would want to do this, you are more than welcome to just get a piece of paper and just make up your own tier rankings. And you don't have to use the same format as me. You can use whatever wording you want. You can put as many people in each category as you want, and it's only for you and you only. You don't have to post this anywhere. If you're just wanting to get some bad blood out and just rank them and crumble it all up and throw it in a trash can to get some anger out, I highly recommend doing this. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. You can follow me basically a lot of places. For the podcast, it's Lethal Venom Podcast. On Instagram, it's all lowercase, no extra special characters or special signs. The podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. I have another podcast called Southern Reads, which is a book-based podcast that focuses on everything book-related. It's on the same platforms as I mentioned. If I get more platforms added to the regimen for either or podcast, I'll definitely let you guys know. You can follow me personally on social media. I'm the Noah Show on Instagram with 3 W's at the end of show. TikTok is the same username as well. I'm trying to get a TikTok account for the podcast up and going, but I'm also might have to sacrifice a channel or I might have to sacrifice a page for it, and I don't know which page to sacrifice yet. So, I'll definitely let you guys know if that does happen. I'll definitely let you guys know. If you have any questions or concerns, if you have recommended episodes you want me to talk about, or just have episode ideas, you are more than welcome to email them to me, lethalvenompod@gmail.com. Of course, everything that I'm saying right here at the end will be in the description box or in the bio box, so you can look down and look back at it later. I don't have a list of episodes right now that I have, like new ones. I have one that's about my friends coming out. I also have one that's centered around pet peeves. Other ideas I don't have at the moment. Those are just the 2 off of my at the top of my brain, and also school. Talk about this is my school journey. But I do appreciate you guys for listening. I hope y'all stay very much safe. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Lethal Venom. Love y'all.